Are we?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the February meeting of the New Point Town Council will now come to order. We have the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Stacy, the first thing we're gonna do is this resolution, your letter.
Finish your minutes. After the minutes.
Okay, we're gonna approve the minutes that we've already signed for the January meeting, correct? And I'll make a motion, we approve those.
I'll second it.
Gary seconded, okay. Monthly directives, we'll do that real quick for February. This is gonna be the annual financial report for previous year must be posted in Gateway by March 1st. Check lien status, check all employee status in computer, office assistant, custodian, which we do not have. The two ladies take care of that, the groundskeeper and sewage attendant, which is Randy. Street maintenance person, which is Andy. The locate individuals, that's for the sewer, I guess. Okay. Council members and the clerk treasurer. Okay. AIM should be paid this month, right? And Gateway debt management reporting. From March to February, the fire department, we need to get their thing paid and get them all that taken care of. And your fire chief has to sign for that. Correct?
Yes, and you'll have to sign and pick it up.
Yeah, he signs it,
Because
picks
we,
it up.
it's needed,
We didn't know.
I forgot to do roll call. Do we need to do that? Nope. Okay, so that's everything for the February agenda so far. Now I'm gonna read this resolution 2026-4. A resolution of the New Point Town Council adopting internal control standards. Whereas IC 5-1-1-27 requires all Indiana political subdivisions to adopt the minimum level of internal control standards developed by the State Board of Accounts and which are set forth in its uniform internal control standards for Indiana political subdivisions. Whereas each political subdivision, including the town of New Point, must adopt these standards, train appropriate personnel, and implement policies and procedures consistent with these standards. Now therefore, be it hereby resolved by the Town Council of the Town of New Point, Decatur County, Indiana, that Section A, the Uniform Internal Control Standards are Indiana political subdivisions developed and officially announced by the State Board of Accounts are hereby adopted by and for the Town of New Point. Those standards, they now exist and may be amended from time to time in the future, and hereby incorporated into this resolution and the New Point Town Code by reference. Section B, 1, all personnel employed by the Town of New Point will receive training met by the internal control standards and procedures adopted by the political subdivision. 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effective upon adoption. Adopted by the Town Council of New Point on this day, the 9th day of February 2026.
Okay, that's a follow-up to the letter that you guys got in the mail, from the State Board of Accounts for the last audit.
Yeah.
So,
That's the two things we had to come up and fix for them.
yes,
That
the
was-
internal control standards were not
That
in
was-
place correctly. And then everybody will have to be trained on a short video.
It's about 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
This,
Will need to be trained and signed off that they were trained on it. And
This-
then we got it right, our corrective action was approved, the plan that we put in, so it was approved, so we got that done. And,
this is something that happened 2 years ago.
You had it adopted 2 years ago. You didn't follow all the,
Well, they sent me a letter.
I don't know, we didn't really find, there's a book in here that says internal control standards, but there's nothing written like this that says,
That it was ever adopted, fully
Yes.
adopted.
Yeah.
yes, and what is in that book isn't really what they're telling us they want. They
Right,
basically
something
want
completely different.
a
no,
step.
no, but that was adopted before, whether you follow the standards or not. But
Well,
they're trying to
this
tell
is
you when they did the audit, that
Yeah.
you didn't do what you needed to do.
the
Yes.
training part. We, our idea, but no later.
It's,
But that's okay, you got it done.
we got it now, so you have to,
We gotta send that.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a 20-minute video.
It
You guys
just-
would sign out one.
Pardon?
Just a 20-minute video you watch. So,
Not a problem.
I'm only concerned about handling the money.
hope not, after all this time.
It's,
No, I mean, you know, like, there's gonna be more than one
Here you go,
person.
young lady.
Oh, yeah,
And-
yeah, we do.
if I'm not here and she needs someone to verify something, then one of those guys have to step up and sign something or vice versa.
all right, next up, we're gonna, Mike, you're up.
Okay, I just gave you a copy of our work plan
Before I lose that.
this year. So, 3 things we want to make sure we get done, is we're gonna get the emergency, the asset management plan done. It has to be done by March, well, by the end of March. So we'll have that done. We're also gonna do a new, emergency response plan for the sewer. And then we're gonna do a risk, what they call a risk and resilience, application for the emergency response plan. So the risk and resilience is just to find out what areas you have problems in and how you address those problems.
Before.
Like if you had a power
Make sure we're
outage,
all signed up.
if you had like pumps go down, how do you address that? Who do you call? As far as, if you need assistance of first responders, getting a hold of the fire department. Part of getting a hold of the fire department, you basically send a letter to the fire chief and saying, this is our new plan, our AMP and our new emergency response plan. And that's, so he knows that you have something in place to call your first responders. Police is the same thing, getting them a letter telling them that this is a new, they'll get a copy of the ERP, fire department will get an ERP, copy of the ERP, and they'll keep one here. The asset management plan is if you want to go after funding, plus the state's now requiring it, if you have to go after additional funding, then you have to have an AMP done. Fortunately, all you guys have is a collection system, so it's not gonna be that bad. So those are the 3 things we really want to get done this year. And then if there's anything else that comes up, of course.
Mm.
Does it require a call tree?
What?
A call tree?
Yeah, basically. So you're gonna have, who to get a hold of first and then, put it on. It's like in the military, you got, or, police or fire, you got a scene leader. So you determine the type of emergency, who's gonna be scene leader for that type of emergency. So, it's that kind of, they just wanted to kind of spell it out. Sometimes it's, I don't know, you probably noticed that, I'm sure you've noticed it. Sometimes you get to a scene and like, who's in charge? Everybody wants to jump in there, and, you really need to have one person in charge to get everybody to do what they need to do, so.
Okay.
It's just something, it's good to have, it's good to know who that is assigned to that tree by the type of emergency. So, the sewer type situation, your operator's gonna know what he needs to do, and then if it's something to do with, electrical or vandalism, something like that, then there's police, and if there's fire, some other issue, somebody falls into the manhole, you might need your fire department out there to rescue. Get them out of the manhole.
Different steps of uniform command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know when, not to break up a dead horse, but when we had that leak down there, I left there and went right away to Adam Lysing because they had fixed that the last time. And they were right down and took care of the problem. It's, that step of, you gotta have somebody, like, the fire department has to be there for everybody, but it's, like, he comes in there and it's,
Well, we're going through it with all of our projects. And the thing is, it's a good idea to, even if you have one, it's a good idea to go back and look at it and see if anything's changed.
Mhm.
You know, personnel change, you might have added, you know, some kind of commercial or business or something like that, that could affect you and how you can respond to those kind of situations as well. So, you know, it's just, you know, you could probably should look at it every year, but then maybe every 5 years, go ahead and you know, make sure it's all, you know, has everything that you need in it. And then, like I said, with the risk of resilience, it used to be called vulnerability assessment. Just, you know, there was somebody asked me the other day about, well, I got my pump out in the field, my well pump out in the field. I said, well, has anybody ever shot at it? Yeah. I said, well, you have to think about how you can protect that. Because if you already have one well or two wells out there, and you get one shot up because it's right there visible. And I mean, I grew up in the country too. Kids with 22s,
Well,
they'll shoot anything out there. So I mean, it's just kind of situations like that. So how would you know, is that a risk? Well, what can I do to minimize that risk? You know, putting a house around, kind of a building around it, so they can't exactly see what's all in there. So I mean, I can still shoot it, but I mean, I get a direct shot and just go through the housing. So in other words, how to harden some of these targets. And you know, you have a tornado, which is unusual in Indiana. You know, flooding is not unusual. So what do you do in case of a flood? What do you do in case of a tornado? So the same thing comes up with the emergency response plan. You have a tornado, depending on what affects, you know, whatever steps that you're gonna take. And you guys know, I mean, you know, both your departments, police and fire know pretty much, and they have to go, I mean, I'm sure that you go through emergency response training every so often. It's not required, so, you know, then the police certainly. So, I think it's, you know, it's, nothing's changed as far as, you know, as any kind of requirements from the state as far as IDEM's concerned. Really not a whole lot, unless you guys were water, which you're not. I know that Napoleon is gonna build a new water tower. A very large water tower.
5 times the size of the other one, they're gonna keep the other one.
Oh, they're gonna keep the
That's
small?
what he said, I don't know.
That's what Abe said.
That's kind of weird. Usually if you build one that big, you don't need to have that small
I'll
one.
say the extra,
Yeah.
Unless they don't want to spend any money to demo it.
He said he's gonna
I
come
think-
in later on in the year and just not know what's going on.
I think there's something more to. It's got something to do with running a loop with that water instead of having a dead end
Yeah.
That's-
Where's the new one gonna go? Where the-
right beside the other one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
Yeah.
typically when you do that, we're doing that in Kingman, put a new water tower up and you just demo the other one. That other one is, I figured how old that one is, but it's small in comparison to what they want to build.
That one's been there quite a while. Since what, 91?
something like that.
92, yeah. You know, it's 35 years old.
You can tell Napoleon wants to have more reserve in there.
Yeah.
So there's something going on beyond just,
That water there goes a long way.
Yeah.
They're all the way over to the other side of Hamburg. People over north of Newport and northeast, you know, they needed water back and they really didn't care what it took to get it. So and it's good. I mean, Enixburg's got it now.
you guys haven't had any problems with pressure then?
I put a reducer on mine. I don't want to blow the lines out.
I mean, the only reason to have that bowl up there is for reserve. So in case something else goes down, you have a reserve amount of water up there and for fire.
Yeah, we drained it once.
Well,
When it had the fire over Stone Quarry a few years ago, we emptied it.
They said there's 150,000 a day goes through that water tower. It holds 65,000.
It floats on system.
Yeah.
So.
It fills itself. Yeah.
And then if it doesn't have a mixture up there, then you get some sediment built up in there. You know, so there's those situations.
That'd be great if they, I mean, if you said it's gonna be what, 5 times
300,000 gallons.
that old, a good possibility that'll change our ISO rating.
Yeah.
So if it does, I'll announce it, talk to your insurance carrier. If it changes the ISO rating, that can affect if it reduces it, it can reduce your insurance premium.
Yeah, that, reserve plus having hydrants.
So this,
Yeah, well, I don't know if they'll put any more hydrants in. We've just got 3 or 4 hydrants, but just having the extra.
they're really flush hydrant is what they are, right?
No.
That little one by the park ain't very big.
No, that one there, but the one by the old firehouse.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And the one out here at the tower.
Mhm.
And there's one over in front of the truck stop.
Yeah, so you got
That's,
three.
those are full flow
Three of
hydrants.
them.
Did they have a
And I
fill
think
station?
there's one over by Hillenbrand's camp.
Well, they got their own tower too, so it's, yeah.
Do you guys have a fill station at the fire department?
Yeah, we
Inside.
can hook to it, they don't want us to draft off of it,
Okay.
if you're collapsing the line, but
They didn't have one out there by the tower?
yeah, there's a hydrant out there at the tower, yeah, so, but, yeah, it's a whole lot more convenient than trying to find a pond or, something.
Well, that's living in the.
We've done that for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it, Mike? Okay, next up is, Randy, you want to go ahead and go?
Yes,
Okay,
water repair, put that pump back in, truck stops, we're now back at Tuesday. Everything's been going smooth. Got the other one too, so we're all good. They got that, I told you that, they got that light out there now, it makes it a lot nicer out there.
lot safer too.
Need less flashlights. It's smooth now, smooth sailing.
Let me ask you this, over there at that truck stop, do we need to have them put where they can't pull in semis up right there by that gate
That'd be nice. I've been over there before, it's been blocked.
and you can't get in there?
Yeah. That would be nice, at least right, it's only 10 feet that you need to, they can't park.
They could put a sign from one end, right there where they wouldn't pull in there and block that.
That would be awesome.
Probably need a
Good
barrier,
luck.
a sign won't do you any good.
We've got concrete, except for where the fence is at.
Yeah, it's like those little barriers.
I'll talk to Gary Copeland and see if he can do something about that.
Yeah.
We're on a real good wavelength right now with the truck stop. We've got things straightened out with them, correct?
Yes.
It's unbelievable how this has turned.
I got in contact with them and they referred me to a Jerry Rhodes, a lady from Arizona. And as of right now, the truck stop bill is caught up totally except for the past month.
They paid all that
So
back pump
that's,
stuff up and everything.
Got a lot of pay.
Fabulous.
So I'm gonna start billing her directly with an
It's-
explanation, anything, and she'll write the order and she'll send it and then they'll send us a check. So,
Part of this might have been us too on that billing, right? Instead of just sending them a total bill, you've got to break that down, tell them what everything is for.
Yeah.
And it's,
Advised.
yes,
Yep, they want an itemized statement.
and it's, hey, they're up and I didn't think we'd ever get to that part,
I know, I
but
didn't
it's
get it
great.
so quick, but she's really a really nice lady and, we talk on the phone, we email and so hopefully we'll keep this going.
So we're on that subject of the lift stations. Randy, I'd like for you to call, what's her name at Quality Repair? Call Sue and get an estimate on a pump for over there and one for over there, so we got a backup for each one. Because what it is, we've got a newer one down here and a new one over there, but the other two are old, but they're still working. But there's always a but in there. Just call and get us an estimate and we'll see what it can control. And the other one is able to fix it with just new wiring and a new thing on the bottom, the gasket seal,
Yeah.
where it sits on that. Okay.
Randy, we got the bill for that today. Did that have anything to do with any material or is that bill we paid?
Is that our bill or is it gonna be part of the truck stops or are we splitting it with our, what do you
I'm
think?
thinking, I know it's from, it happened originally because stuff get through the pump so much. Usually those bolts, those mounting bolts, they be Loctite. We can't do that because we gotta pull it and open it, take care of rags out of it so often. So we pulling it so often and undoing the bolts so often and putting it back in, they eventually vibrate it out. And the pump was down there spinning, and then so it tore the cable up, it tore the bolts out. In a different situation, an ideal situation, they'd be Loctited, and that would never be a possibility. Because we're pulling them so often and taking the bolts in and out.
So I'm just,
That's what led to it.
Could you write something up to that effect, so we can present it to them?
Yeah.
how much was the repair on that? I don't know.
I'll bring it up, almost $4,000.
Okay. We'll write it up and send it to them and see what they say, right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about that is, I mean, it's like him saying, they had to take it in and out because of the rags being in there. So now you've got it to where hopefully that doesn't happen that often. So it kind of is their fault because you had to pull that pump so often because of the rags getting in there.
Okay,
Mhm.
include what he's saying in.
I take pictures every time I do that too, and
That's awesome.
I keep a log and
I
everything.
told her we have pictures. She's never requested them, I told her we have.
No, that's a good idea.
Okay, great.
Okay. Is that it, Randy?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, let's go to the second, or patron comments. Fire away. Yes,
That manhole that they drove through.
that guy has not been up there. I think he went to the wrong one. I've got to call him and get him up there, the guy out of Cincinnati, where he drilled the fiber optic holes right through the manholes. Right now, there's probably about 16 inches of snow down there. Yeah. But that's on my list to get ahold of him, and I want him, when he comes up, I will meet him and show him exactly where, he was up there by, the road to Fred Krieger's, looking up there.
950.
I said, no, it's down
It's hidden.
by that creek down there.
Is that cable actually going through the manhole? So it's actually,
They bored right through it. Not even knowing if that's the only one they bored through.
well, you better hope that something doesn't get in the manhole and tear that cable out.
That's their problem, but yeah, I know.
I know, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, that's kind of crazy.
I gotta call him. What is that Duke Energy that has that station?
No,
This guy, his company does all the boring and running those lines for this fiber optic company. And he had told us they'll probably have to come up and move it.
is his name at home?
I
When I
believe
talked
so.
to him on the phone in the fall, he said that it definitely needs to be moved, and they definitely need to take
Well,
care of it. And then it got into winter, and
We'll get a hold of him and, we're gonna need to get that looked at and then, probably gonna have to pull every one of them lids on them.
Well, if it breaks in there, that fiber optic, they go from pedestal to pedestal. So they'll replace the whole line from pedestal to pedestal.
Okay.
So there's no splicing those.
Yeah, when you said that they went through the man, it's like,
Well, when
how in
Adam,
the heck could they?
Probably didn't even know.
I didn't even know it until Adam Lysing pulled that cap and looked down there, he said, oh my.
He probably didn't know, so either, it's a bore, the subsurface bore, so there's,
They didn't even know they'd probably done it.
no. We've had that happen in other towns I've been in, and, we find them, but, we didn't know it was there. I said, well, we flagged everything, we told you how deep they were, so I don't know about that. But usually on their part, they want to make sure that it's not in that situation where it gets torn up, and then they got to replace the whole goddamn line again. So they just assume because they could pull it, and they could reroute it. But if it gets broke like that, instead,
Here's the other kicker too, that sewer line that runs there. It goes down, goes into that. Them fiber optic lines are on top of that sewer line. So it's when they dig, when Adam dug, they had to be really, really, really careful. There's a guy down in there with a shovel, because he could only run that hoe down. So,
how deep is it buried? More than 18 inches?
well, he had that mini hoe and he had it stretched all the way out.
Usually it does that.
Does that tell you? I don't know how deep that is, but it was a mini hoe. I don't know where they go down.
Okay, so
That's
deep.
one for today.
I've
Anyway,
seen it pretty damn
We both
sure.
signed it, everybody
they got
signed
it
that.
fixed, but I gotta get a hold of them, that guy again out of Cincinnati. He's probably hoping I don't call him, but I don't have to.
Well, but if something happens.
Okay,
One more question.
yes,
This is more for Andy.
okay.
We have a neighbor child that has a siren sounds just like a tornado siren.
It went off today.
Bad enough inside my house, I went to the closet thinking we were in trouble. This was before all the snow hit, you know, and everything. Is there anything we can do about that?
Is that the one that went off today about noon?
Yeah. Yes. He goes, oh,
I thought it was like, you know, how the fire department does that thing at noon on Saturdays.
yeah. It's
You guys
not
don't do
loud.
it, but Greensburg does it.
Yeah.
It's a-
I
it's-
can look for an ordinance or for a state law, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's,
Nothing intimidate or impersonate a cop or something?
Nope.
No?
It's-
No.
Noise ordinance.
it was, it
Well,
was,
states after 10 PM and midnight.
Yeah.
10 PM on weekday
Yeah,
and
maybe.
midnight on weekends. So
Yeah.
if they did it during the middle of the day, it didn't bother.
What do you want one for?
I heard it today. It was loud.
Why give your child that for Christmas?
You know how Greensburg and Bates at noon, they set off?
Yeah.
That's what this sounded like.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. I don't know. I don't know what the law is. I don't know.
Maybe talk to the parents and find out.
Yeah, I have to ask them.
I don't know. Anything else?
So I can.
Okay. All righty. Next up is alleys, streets, and roads, right?
Do you want to go back and talk about the Napoleon rate increase and all that?
No, I'm gonna do that when we get to waterways, well, the next, after railroad, or after.
Okay, good enough.
Okay, alleys, streets, and roads. Andy, you did an excellent job plowing these streets, because I'm telling you what, there's a hell of a lot of snow out there.
Yes, there was.
And I liked how you did the park, you pushed it all over so they can't pull in there and you need to do that
I
every
was running out of places to go.
You put all the snow you want up there at that park and block them entrances. They don't need to be over there when there's 16 inches of snow anyway. There's,
We were running out of places to go.
yeah, just push
Right
it,
when the snow goes out, there'll be some complaints about their.
Push it.
A few yards back.
push it all over that way.
Who had the John Deere? Did you-
Oh, there's people pushing the driveways and I have no idea who all of them.
Somebody did the alley behind the house and the John Deere, and I didn't know
Oh,
who
that
that was.
was, Keith did that.
Keith.
Keith's house. He went down and probably got his in-laws tractor.
Uh,
Well, that's a
I didn't know,
long
I
way.
appreciated it, I mean, not that I
Yeah,
used it.
it wasn't me.
I seen the John Deere tractor, but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, it was Keith.
Well, if
Better.
you
Might have
need
been
to stick around.
Billman.
No, we're good, Mike.
Yeah,
Hey.
it could have been, I have no.
You need
idea.
something, holler at us.
Bye, be careful.
See, Mike,
Yeah, Jerome could have been down there just cleaning for Steve.
you too.
I should have grabbed him to
But
do my
it,
driveway. But I
You
couldn't
did
get out the
excellent
door.
with it. They were just, I seen our streets when you got done, and I was in St. Paul, and boy. And lady at Millhausen, when I was in that meeting for the comprehensive plan, which everybody ought to go to one of them, and you'll wonder why they even have it, but anyway. They don't have anybody, they have to get a farmer to come in and try to, because they don't have, they just don't have. It's a struggle down there with them, what they've got. And, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but our water and sewage in this town compared to what is going on at St. Paul and Westport, they've got problems. And we're ahead of the game on all this. I told the guy at St. Paul, I said, why don't you guys just run your sewer line right down the railroad tracks? Put it right in that gravel, run it all the way to Greensburg and let them treat it. You ain't gonna tear nothing up. The railroad's not even using it anyway. But that's their problem. But anyway, he said they've got issues up there. But alley streets or anything else, but it's you did a great job on them streets.
Oh, that's one I will try to get some of the rest of the potholes fixed. if we can.
Okay, whenever they get fixed, they get fixed. Do we need more salt and sand or anything?
I've got 3/4 of a skid of salt.
Okay,
We'll wait on it because there's already a shortage of it.
okay,
Right now because everybody's using it.
Yeah.
We'll have to call back up.
some,
3/4, I can treat roads 3, maybe 4 times. Well, I've got left before I would run out.
okay. It's, that's good. All right, the railroad, the crossing's real good in that, but we had an accident.
Oh, a lady just got confused as to where she was at Friday after the Friday morning. We had that snow there the other, she come up the side street there past Bernice's, Cook's, okay, going up, got up there at the corner at the railroad tracks, started to go across, made a left-hand turn. Started driving down the rail.
Oh, my.
She was straddled the rails. And all of a sudden it finally bottomed out and there she was sitting on the rails. Couldn't get out. So, fortunately, dispatch called the railroad, told them to stop all the train traffic on that rail, that line and stuff. And they called the wrecker and come and winched her out. That was while we were doing our other 3 runs, medical run and directing traffic down here at 46 and 850. Spent 2 hours standing out in the middle of the road playing traffic cop. So
It was backed up a long way.
from Batesville to New Point, it was dead stopped a couple of times.
Oh.
It was past Walkie's.
Huh?
Cause of that semi-wreck down in Batesville?
Yeah,
How many semis and cars were in that?
there's 2 semis, a pickup or an SUV pulling a trailer, a flatbed trailer, and 1 other vehicle. I think there were just 4 of them. But yeah, we spent 2 hours out there directing traffic. And, most people were nice. There was a few that wanted to be uncooperative, but that was all right. We took care of that.
Nobody got hurt.
Not that I know of, didn't hear of anything.
That's the big plus. Okay. Because I was in town today and a guy questioned me about why that 4-way stop is over here. I said, well, it's a good thing. I said, people don't like it, but that's the way it is. And that's the way it's gonna stay, I hope. Because they've got the one at Napoleon, they've also got one at Dover. If you go down one at Dover, there's one on one too. Right where you turn left to go to the old North Dearborn High School. But anyway, it's all good. Okay, the railroad, everything's where, another thing I would like to explain to you about the railroad too is don't go on railroad property and be cutting trees or limbs or anything like that. Don't do it. I was over at the diner the other day and a lady told me they was out there trimming some by a crossing and the railroad come and stopped and told them to get off their property. So just a,
It's a federal.
that's federal
just a
property.
heed of warning. See, this guy's telling you, don't do it, right?
Yeah, no. Railroad is federal. They won't mess with local law enforcement stuff. It's federal trespassing.
Okay, item 4, waterways, wells, and vegetation. Well, we're gonna find out about waterways when this all starts melting. So it's, as long as it doesn't freeze. Huh? That was item 4. Okay, and wells and vegetation, there ain't nothing growing right now, so we ain't worried about that. Outside the building, we had a leak. It's leaking down into the office, the wall between it and that big room. And as soon as that melts, it'll dry itself up. We've just got to get it dried inside there and probably put a dehumidifier or something like that in there to help it along. The outside of the building is really doing all right. And the grounds outside, no trouble getting the doors up or down for the garage or anything. That's good.
I did, when I came up and, that Monday, after the snow, I cleaned out around the units around back. I know if they get all blowed up, snow will burn them up, so I did give them some more space. So hopefully now the sunshine, it'll melt down. It'll be good.
All right, good. That's great. We got to protect what we have. We don't like to have to buy new very often. That was the outbuildings ground. Inside the building, like I said, we had that leak over there and we brought a shop back up and sucked up what we could. But anyway, that's just something that happens. That's just a lot of snow and ice. Item 8, budget and insurance. We're all paid up, caught up, and everything's good on that. Permits and ordinances. I read that, well, I think we're good on those. Courthouse and lawyer, I've got to get with Spencer down there with the problem we are having with yeah, Jackie Peters over there
Well, there's gonna be, and
and a
I'll
couple
follow
others.
too on the license plates. We'll
Yeah.
start that in March.
We'll
right?
start when it dries up and gets cleared up and that, but, I have help coming on that. When we get the paperwork done and that, I'm turning it over to, Mr. Doug Westerfeld, and he said he will have them served. He will take care of that for us. So all we gotta do is, I gotta get the lawyer to do it first, right, Andy?
Yeah.
And then have him write it up or whatever. Then I'll take it to Doug and he'll take it to the county sheriff or whoever there, and they will serve her with that paper. Correct?
Yeah, where I can,
Or you can,
either way.
if you wanna run her, I don't know where she lives, I don't know anything about her.
She's
Well,
amazing.
Colby Road,
Tacoma,
No, I go to Ripley County.
okay,
We got the address.
okay. But anyway, that's gonna be on the agenda here, probably about the end of March.
And the autos too. 'cause
And the
we're
autos
getting
too,
more
we've
and more
got-
autos with
yeah.
no plates.
All they gotta do is put a plate on them or just get rid of them. It's, COVID-19 ready, ARPA, we don't need none of that. Sanitary sewer and liens. While we're on the subject of this, we're gonna do the pumping station every place, the new 300,000 gallon water tank. Buying in the new tire will be, Now, the reason why the water rates went up from Napoleon to everybody, right? 5%?
Yeah.
That's because Osgood raised the rate selling the water to Napoleon. So Napoleon turns around, passes the buck right on down the line. Well, in this day and age, if we would raise just 2.5%, which amounts to $1.66. If you want to wait on it, then it'll be a 5%. If we just do 2.5%, it's $1.66, right? Correct?
Yes.
And that will not happen. I don't think we'll talk about it and then we'll vote on it in June for July 1st, because that's halfway through the year.
And then let's vote on it like next meeting.
Next
so we
meeting,
can get
okay.
stuff.
But it's a $1.66 raise is what it amounts to.
When Steve Rubel was in here the other day,
Yeah.
who works for Strand Associates, he basically told Tina and I, he said, you have to increase something.
yeah, we're gonna have to
He
be.
said, you know, you might not have to go the whole 5%. He said, but if you don't increase along with everybody else,
I don't want to do the 5%.
Everything
2.5,
just- keeps going down.
yeah, dollars. He told us, he lives at Hartsville. Everybody knows where Hartsville is. Their sewer bill alone, just their sewer is $81 a month. Lake Santee is up there too. It's higher than that, right?
I don't know about the lake.
I'm thinking they're at $100 because they all have grinder pumps. And you are responsible for that pump. So it's,
I think Mike Novak, that gets it almost 90.
yeah, and he's up there outside of New Pal. But it's, so anyway, we'll take care of that next month. The other thing we're looking at there, sanitary sewer, all right. While we're on that subject of sewer bills, there's been quite a few people wanting us to take credit cards. I think it's a good thing because of this reason. You can pay your bill from home. You just do it or have it deducted and it goes right on your credit card. And therefore, we're not running to town. Because once we get $500 in that office, you can't keep it overnight. You've got to go to the bank. And they just raised that money for mileage fee, correct? To 74 cents a mile, was it?
72.5.
72.5.
What bank do we use?
I'm sorry.
What bank?
Financial.
First Financial.
So do we go to Batesville?
We can go to either First Financial Bank.
Should be Batesville, it's less mileage.
About the same, I go to Greensburg,
Excuse me?
about the same, I go to Greensburg.
Greensburg's 9 miles, Batesville's 6. Over time, it adds up.
But we need to look at that credit card thing. And I don't know, is it Boyce or which one do we,
Okay, so, Amston.
Yeah, we're talking about.
we want Anson or do we want Boyce? I don't,
No, okay, so I got information from Napoleon Mart and through who Sunman uses, and First Financial's giving us some information, and Hampston's going to start doing this also. So right now, I'm just trying to get information acquired together for you.
So what are they gonna
guys.
charge us?
They do not charge us.
They
We
do
don't
not.
get charged nothing.
They charge, Napoleon charges their people $2.20 to use. One guy that I talked to that sets us up for Amston, they charge 3%, which is actually cheaper than the $2.20. And we can use we do not have to have a reader here. If the person calls, we just get their numbers, we enter them in. And they can set it up for ACH payments where they can just route it through their bank, through their checking accounts. So there's some options there.
Is gonna be the ability for, say, myself to go online and just pay it online?
You can do that, yes.
It's not like automatic withdrawals.
Cause I haven't
Yes, that's
sent a
just
check to
through
Duke
the bank,
Energy in like 10
You can have
years.
your bank automatically withdraw.
I just
We
pay
have a
them
lot of
online.
people that use
So,
Fifth Third,
Do we need to make a motion on this?
financial. No, let me get some more
Get some
information.
You guys get some more.
Yeah.
I think we already got one guy, he wants to be first signed up.
Yeah.
And he was the former plant manager at KB Foods.
So the thing-
Guy Feldman.
Guy Faulkner, nice guy.
The thing about Amston is if we go through their program, is we're already entering into their program anyway. So they would be right there available to answer questions for us and help us.
it's
through
not gonna cost town anything.
Nothing.
So what does everybody think? What do you guys?
Good idea.
I mean, we
I'm all
have
for it.
several people because somebody will call and say, oh my gosh, I forgot, you're gonna charge a late fee, can I pay over the phone? You know, or I didn't get my bill this month, how much is it? You know, can I just give you my credit card number and pay it? It's a lot of people, a lot of places, our kids don't write checks anymore. You know, our kids pay everything online.
My kids don't even have a check register at all, period.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I have
know,
one check a month this year.
so, I mean, you
Well, then you
know, I
gotta-
still write checks, but
If you deliver here,
the younger generation, they don't.
how much is a stamp now?
That's,
Oh, that's ridiculous. What is a stamp now, guys?
my thing is just to where we don't go 100%, you know, where the town quits taking payments.
Oh.
Check.
That'll never.
Somebody walk in, wants to pay cash,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's not,
That's
this
my-
is just an option. to
Yeah, but
add
some
it to
places
it.
are doing that to where
Yeah.
they're trying to get things set up to where it's all online and everything else.
No,
Well, this old man ain't gonna have anything then.
that's not, that wasn't even
That
a
wasn't even
concern.
a-
because
that ain't
we'll
gonna
still do
happen
that
here.
every
We'll
day
still
because
have
we
it.
still have people
Yes.
come in.
We just gotta, it's
And it's really up to the
change is what it is. And
individual, if they wanna pay that extra $2 or pay that extra $3. And some people have free checks, you know, and that's not a problem, but some people don't have free checks and they have to buy their checks. So it's kind of whatever the individual wants,
Mhm.
but no, we won't stop taking payments in or anything like that.
That's-
Well, I definitely think it's the direction to go
Mhm.
because we are going to go away and newer, younger are going to continue to come to this town we want, we hope,
Yeah.
and that's where we need to be. So, I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm just saying it's down the road.
no, I'm just bringing this up. Was that yesterday on Facebook or the day before? They brought up the
It has to be true.
best small towns with
Diners of
the hole-in-the-wall diners.
yeah.
This one over here was number 10.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, it is.
That's great.
It is.
That's really good. I just remembered that and I just thought,
Is there anything in town for sale right now?
just the church by you.
Well, besides that, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, and then we got, that's with a credit card and seeing where we're gonna go with it, which I think it's a good thing, because we got people that, you know, think it'll help them. All right. We've got 2 accounts that need to be taken to small claims court, and my feeling on that is, I wanna take them to court, I don't care if we only get a dime. One guy took bankruptcy on us.
Well, he said he did, but
We don't know.
when I talked to him, We were never
We can't say.
notified. And there was never any documentation or anything that come to us that he filed bankruptcy on his bill. So, and I asked him, I said, get us the information, and he never asked.
Can you file bankruptcy on utilities?
Yes, you can.
I didn't know that.
I would just go to my case and look it up. It should-
My case,
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about with them? We need to go,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I want everybody behind it, cause it's, I feel like you pay your bill, you pay yours, you pay, it's, hey,
While we're talking about bills, and I know that it happens, and I think it's gonna get worse instead of better, just because of how we send out our bills. I don't wanna incur more cost, but, for instance, I didn't get mine this month. I know to pay my bill, I know it's due, and whether I'm on the board or not, I knew to pay that bill. But do you think we need to go to envelopes?
We've been talking about it, we would
I-
like to use up the cards that we have
Yeah,
left
we
and
got
get that out of here. And then we'll see about,
What would the cost increase? Have you looked in to see
Oh,
what the
yeah,
cost increase will
what's
be?
an envelope,
stamp for a
Oh, regular
Postcard.
stamp?
for
our
postcards.
postcard is 64 cents a stamp,
and how much is
and the
that?
letter stamp is 78 cents a stamp.
See, I don't know if we can afford to do it,
I know, and then you
let
have.
alone buy the envelopes.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot less headache. You buy that envelope with that little window.
You're already talking to the bank or whoever about
No, oh, yeah.
for online payments.
Mhm.
Maybe talk about an automated
Billing.
billing
Mhm.
where you would be able to send it out via email.
Okay.
It's, the software is there, it's proven technology.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've got it for your
Okay.
system.
But how expensive is it?
That's how they get
Well,
my
it's just like everything else, it gets passed on to the end user. But once it's set up, then it's log in, create your account, associate, you have to type in your own account number, because everybody has their own individual account number, just like your water, electric, internet, everything else that you pay online. You set up your account, but you have to have, I don't know, maybe the web page, or I don't know how that's the workings behind it, but it would be advantageous probably. And then, even though you're doing that, the ones who don't get it would be the only ones you have to send a hard copy to everybody else. So then you end up with a cost savings, so you're not longer using the postmark, or you're not longer using the card stock.
Yeah,
And the other thing is you guys save time because you're not spending so much time doing it. So there's a cost savings in manpower as well.
yeah,
So it might wash itself eventually, I don't know what your ROI would be worth investigating. It doesn't cost any money to investigate it.
So
Right,
that's
What?
You're already talking to them.
through a bank.
Well, no, it would be like
we could add those.
who's your billing company?
And,
Who you mentioned?
Anston.
Ask them.
yeah, Anston should be able to
They would know.
set us up.
Yeah, they are, I'm sure they've done it.
Well, this,
Oh, yeah.
to me, a lot of this falls back to the post office. These ladies take them over here to mail them. That lady won't just hit that stamp and then stick them in the, oh no, we gotta ship them all out and send them over here to.
Yeah,
Then they try to send them back, and by the time they go through those separators and all that.
and like I said, I mean, we've talked about it before, I didn't get one this month. And I know what
Several people in my family.
I know what my bill is, so forth and so on. But I think to Andy's point, we need to talk to that company.
Okay.
Because, Gary would opt out of it, but I would opt in and, so forth and so on. You would ask the patrons what they want. Do you want a hard bill or do you want it sent to your
You
email?
figure, just for example, if 50% of your customers did it, and you quit buying, so then the cost of the card stock and the cost of the stamps, now you can figure what your cost to put it together is, and how fast you get your money.
And your hours.
And then your guys is how much time you're saving as well, that counts to the efficiency of the system. So every month, you're gonna save X number of man hours, X number of stamps, X number of card stock. And then that goes to how fast does it pay for itself, or do we have to pass it on to the end user? Then that's where you make that decision.
It's a step forward
Yeah,
by
Yes.
by quite a bit, I think. Because them little what is there, about 12 to 15 every month that do not receive their bills?
About this month Kelly's the only one I heard.
So
Now,
far.
Bernice Cooks sent me in her bill and there's a whole corner of it gone.
Oh, they say it's like hooked up in the new billing machine they got.
So I think that they can
help.
help direct us. And I think that's, to Andy's point, that's exactly which direction we need to go.
Okay.
Well, tonight I ordered pizza, I had to try to put on my credit card, and it charged me, I think it was $2.50 for technology
Yeah,
fee.
Nobody's eating the cost of running the cards anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
They used to eat the cost of running the cards, and the card companies have jacked it up enough, they're like, no.
yeah.
These companies are like, we're not doing it no more. If you wanna use it, you wanna pay that way,
technology fee.
it's on you.
For example, Pickers will charge you a technology fee, but if you write a check, they'll take the check.
Right.
And, so, and it's just choice. But for me, or you, others, time is worth it for me and not to buy the checks. And not to, I don't have free checks with my checking account, so.
I know Tom's Lawn Garden and also right up here at Goodyear, they would rather have a check than a credit card.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that, the only one I see in town that has changed from this is Lynx. They quit charging that 4% on top of what you buy.
yeah, and she announced that too.
It was on, yeah. It was
Yeah,
on,
she
and I
was-
got-
That's against the grain right now.
It is, but it's, that's like the auction business has changed. You've got buyer's premium, you got sales tax, you got credit card. So if you bid $20 on an item and you're getting hit with that 20%, because there's plus the sales tax 7%, 3% for the credit card, and 10% for the auctioneer, so it's 20%. And some of that 10% is no longer there. It's 15 and 20. Harmeyer charges 15 or 20 now. So anyway, that's just,
But you go down
that's.
Lutz's and
Lutz is only take cash or credit, or cash or check, nothing else. And he had more people down there buying guns and ammo Saturday. But now he's FFLA, so Federal Farms, they call everything in. But he still had a lot of people. It was good. All right, so we're done with that sewage, with the credit cards and all that. Vehicles, Andy, how's everything with the car and the Bobcat?
Good so far.
Okay.
I made it, I'm good. I made it through that storm without any problem with Bobcat. It stayed running, kept me warm, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I went through a lot of fuel. Well,
you had to.
That's why you make a push.
I told that lady at Millhausen, I said, don't go buy yourself a truck with a blade or something stupid. If you can get you a Bobcat with a blade on it, you're gonna do it a lot better. And it,
The only thing hurts when it's that deep, I can't throw it.
yeah, that's true.
It takes a lot
Push-
of work. I have to come back over, push, get it back out.
Push it in the park. Ain't nobody needs to be over there anyway when it's 16 inches of it. All right, if you need more salt or sand or anything, we'll just get it. Eventually, I want to get somebody to move in, because he'll give me, IMI will give me those cement, and we knew how many we needed. Get somebody to set them and then get it where, be easier to get it in and out and rock and all that stuff. Okay, the fire department, Gary, I got that paper here I got to get filled out, and we'll get a hold of Mr. Baldwin
Okay.
and take care of that. Is there anything else? You guys got fish fry?
We're good.
Huh?
Did you and Kelly sign that?
No, we have not yet.
Okay.
Oh, contract.
It's the fire contract, so.
How many fish fry we having this year?
We'll have two.
I look
Here.
forward to
The
it
first
every
one
year.
is March the 6th, 5 to 7. And the second one is March the 20th, from 5 to 7. It's
Question
on
for
Friday
you-
nights.
Question for you guys. I noticed on, I get emails from the Decatur County, or something. Anyway, it has a calendar for things for the county, and I noticed Marion Township
I don't wanna
has their
lose it.
fish fries.
I don't want you to have to get up
advertised
every time, but I don't want to
It's
lose this.
the Decatur County,
Uh,
no, it's the
on Economic-
business. Decatur County
I just didn't know
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
if I just didn't know if you knew that, you could advertise them on there.
Yeah, Chamber of Commerce, I'll have to have Baldwin check on that, remind me tomorrow night, or you can check on it. Baldwin, we got a meeting tomorrow night, so we'll bring it up. But yeah, it's, March the 6th and March the 20th, for anybody that's interested, Millhausen Fire Department, they're starting theirs this Friday, the 13th. I think they're having 3 of them this year. 4, okay.
Yeah, so they're doing this Friday.
Yeah.
Skip a week, and the next Friday.
They
and
skip,
We're on the 6th and the 20th, and they got 2 opposites of us.
okay,
Knights of St. John has it when they don't, right? Down there at Millhausen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Theirs will be on the nights of ours.
They run every Friday. Or somebody down there's having one every Friday.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
having it this Friday and then 2 weeks,
And yeah, so we're gonna skip a week, and they'll have the next one.
so it'll be 213 and 227. Okay,
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Starting Friday, there'll be a fish fry every Friday night for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that.
I know
Okay.
Easter's early.
But other than that, we're, fortunately, we didn't have to go out too much during the big snow, so.
People were pretty good about things. I mean,
Mhm.
of course, there was a lot of snow.
Yep.
But it was, and then when it was red, they, closed the roads. Only emergency personnel was supposed to be out.
Mhm.
They opened it up on Wednesday, which a gentleman told me that was too early, but there was some pressure from some people above, the county commissioners, that wanted it lifted.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna leave that alone.
They needed their,
Needed their,
Yep.
I'll say it, they needed their employees. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna say
That's
who or
right.
what. That's what they did. Anyway, okay, other events. There is
it's the New Point Christian Church is having a free bean soup supper here, February 21st, 5 to 7, free. Hot
It's all
dogs,
free.
cornbread, I don't know, whatever, bean soup.
It's like the old Quan's Club had the,
Whistleberry.
Whistleberry. Huh?
Yeah, they're gonna do chili supper.
but they wanted to have it over here. So we graciously said, that's fine. Dennis Spears is coordinating that and running that. Okay, next up is a police report with Andy.
I'll pass these out. The training has all been submitted to the state. As far as I know, everything is approved on that side. So I have met my minimum requirements for the year on that side of things. And everything. For January 15, traffic stops, 5 citations, 16 warnings, and 24 calls.
That's one a day.
Yeah, I didn't. There wasn't nothing to do with snow, I didn't come out, so.
Tell them stay home, there's too much snow.
Mhm.
Oh, what did we find out from down here from Foster? Anything?
I'm sorry, what?
Guy in the corner at Foster with them four-wheelers?
Oh, I haven't even talked to him yet about all that.
Okay,
He had a truck in his front yard the other night.
somebody slid through.
Hmm? Tried to make a corner with a semi. It didn't work. It was over in his yard.
That's, anything
You can
anymore
see where
doesn't
you-
surprise me in them semis.
Yeah, you
All
can,
they do is follow the GPS, there's no,
we,
doesn't matter if you can put up, you can plaster billboards and whatever you want, but it's all about following GPS.
Friday when we was down there trying to direct traffic, we had half a dozen of them. That said they had to go south on 850. It's like, you're not gonna go south on 850. I gotta go that way. No, you're not gonna go that way. You know, you're
I've
gonna
had 2 or 3
You're gonna go
downtown
down
in
to
the square here
Batesville and you're
lately,
gonna take
so.
129 down and come around that way. You're not, it's not gonna work.
Why'd they yell at you?
They didn't yell at me,
Oh, they're just
they've been on the square, they're my truck.
Yeah, their GPS was telling them to
They're down on the
go
square.
down 850.
There was,
And
there
it's
was
like,
one that.
no, you won't
down in
fit.
Southwestern Indiana where it starts getting into some got on county roads.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big sneaky road and he got hung up. I mean, he said, and the report was he was just following his GPS. I would think when the GPS tells you you need to go onto a county road and you're a big 18-wheeler, 53-foot trailer, you might wanna have a little common sense. There's instances when you only have.
We have them call out there at the quarry all the time. They can't find us. They can't figure out how to get there. Because their GPS tells them turn off at 46 on 800 east and go north. Huh?
800 is dead, it's a dead end.
Right here.
It did.
It don't matter. GPS tells them to turn left, and they'll turn. And Vicky hollered at me this morning, said, hey, said, got one needs, told me what material. She said, make sure they followed you. I said, huh? Said, I had to give them step by step how to get here from the truck stop. That's okay.
Okay,
That's all I got.
okay. Well, it's, like I said, any snow you want to push onto that park property, you go right ahead. Especially them guys who live right across from it there. They're parking over there just on the park side on that, and that's gonna get muddy and
I put a lot right there on that one corner,
that's
and
fine.
then I don't know if you noticed or not, but I took the Bobcat, she was in the ditch, and I plowed her as far over, because I need to get snow off the road as I could.
Yeah, it's all good. It's,
Gary, was there anything else that you wanted to say besides the fish fries?
Do I now?
Was there anything else you wanted to say besides the fish fries?
No, we're operating pretty well. Things are going pretty smooth. Got new turnout gear ordered and
well, Mr. Ison said he's getting closer to
Oh, yeah.
getting her up and going over here supposedly.
Good.
I'm working at the other house now.
And the other building is under roof now, the side roof and
They were working in the snow.
the Amish crew's done that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where at?
The new
You got
gas
the old
station.
Car wash.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Mr. Grandpa's Autos. Won't
It's
be
closed.
reducing their media.
It's closed?
Yeah, they took the sign down last weekend, maybe.
Pops
Let's go.
or grandpa's. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks ago.
Couple weeks, yeah, it is.
okay, is there anything else?
I move we adjourn.
I second it.
All righty, the meeting is adjourned.
I got
We will see
business to do.
everybody in March. Hopefully the snow will be gone.
Are you guys
The birds will
leaving
be-
tonight? Tomorrow? Okay.
Just throw that paper in the mail in that bag if you would.
I will after I read it.
Go ahead. You read all them papers you want, I don't care. You can read all that political.